What am I doing? Right, I suppose we better start.
Are we doing the Facebook Live thing?
No, I'm trying to figure out how it would work. I don't know if both of us can...
I was looking into it. One has to start and then one has to invite someone else. I wonder if it will kick me off.
Say something about this live event. To share from an external device, blah, 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 blah. Go live. 3, 2, 1. And we're live, and the frame rate's awful. I can't...
Oh, there we go. Go live there. There we are.
I can't find a thing to invite you.
3, 2, 1. I'm going live as well. Are we both live at the same time?
I don't know.
How do you even stop?
Nothing to play is now live.
Oh, live video has stopped.
Hey, I can see you. It's weird. Jeez.
Wait, I stopped it. This is going right.
Right, we'll have to. We'll play with it and set it up another day.
Yeah, we need to figure that shit out.
Yeah, did you say something from? Oh, I can tag people. Add what you're doing. How do we check in? Set it to see anyone. I don't know how this works.
I think we need to go to YouTube and find a guide on how to use this shit.
Oh God. Okay, fair enough. Oh, my printer again, you son of a bitch.
Oh, the intro to this week's episode is going to be fun.
It's going to be about 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Just wait for my printer to stop being a knob.
Why don't you turn it off?
I don't know. Right, it's done. And so, I guess that was all of the... I'm not even going to do another intro. I think that was enough. I think that was intro enough, to be honest.
Yeah, let's start then.
Yeah. Episode 18. Kingy's feeling lots better.
Much
So
better,
nice
yeah. I'm not full of cold and spluttering everywhere, which is nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have you back. I'm going to move my mic, which is probably going to make a hell of a noise. God, news is still bad.
Well, it's because we're going up to E3. There's not much going on, is there?
No. So it's fairly slow kind of news day. So to start, the new Remedy game, codenamed Project 7. Remedy are the ones that did Max Payne, weren't they?
Max Payne, yeah. Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, yeah,
Quantum
okay.
Break.
Oh, Cat's decided to join us again. Project 7, there's not been 7 Max Payne games, there's not been 7 Alan Wake games, unless this is just their 7th game.
I imagine this is just their 7th game, that's why it's called Project 7.
Yeah, so that I don't know, that I guess that doesn't explain an awful lot. Third-person action game using their Northlight engine.
Whatever that is.
I don't know.
I assume that's what their last game was. Quantum Break was built on.
Was it? Oh, they did Quantum Break as well, didn't they? That was not a great game.
I really want to play it. I might pick it up in the Steam sale later this year.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was kind of just okay. But there was nothing out at the time, and I thought, I'm just gonna buy it. So I bought it and I played it, and it was fine. It should have been one or the other. It should have been a TV show or a game. It should not have been both.
Yeah. I think that's what most people said. Really.
God, well, this is this is entirely 100% subjective based on their opinion, but it features an intriguing story and a game structure offering a long-lasting experience. Basically, that's just some people saying, our game's going to be great. You don't know what it is, and we're not even that sure yet, but it's going to be good.
I wonder what they mean by long-lasting experience. Are they going to have lots of DLC-type mission things going on, or is it just going to be like a grind fest?
Yeah, is it gonna be the sort of thing that people play for a long time afterwards? Is it going to be kind of like an online game?
Are we talking like something like Destiny?
Well, I guess it's all 100% speculative at the minute because we don't know, and they're not ready to tell us. So, who knows?
It's coming. I assume it's gonna be out next year. I guess.
I don't know. I guess we'll hear more about it at E3.
Maybe. But they have said it's coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Yeah, I mean the last game was PS4. No, it's PS4 and PC, wasn't it? So Xbox and PC. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know what to think. Darksiders 3 has been leaked. I don't think it's been very. Was it one of these? It was definitely properly leaked, or it was corporate leaked. In which case, like one of the people who were working on it were told to put it on a website with no information and just let people figure it out.
Well, it was on a game website, wasn't it? So they listed it for
it was
December
Amazon, wasn't it?
31st next year. So sometime next year, essentially, on their pre-order for it. And there were some leaked screenshots and a bit of information about it. And then eventually they announced it with an actual trailer. Have you watched the trailer?
I've not.
It looks alright. Not graphically amazing or anything, but it does the job. And you play as Fury, and she's got a pretty badass whip.
Yeah, I've heard that she casts spells and has a magic whip. Honestly, I've not played the other two.
No, I don't. I have the remasters on Steam, so I need to give them a go because apparently they're very Zelda-esque. But I just haven't had time to get around to playing them yet.
I don't know about Zelda-esque. Kind of like the 3D Castlevania games. I did play one for a couple of hours. I don't know if I played Darksiders 2 for a couple of hours. And it was very kind of like hack and slash with hubs, and you can kind of mill around. And the one thing I did find was you killed enemies and gathered souls, which you used as currency to upgrade your abilities.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And you could also break things like lampposts and benches and bus stops, and they also dropped souls. So there you go. Benches and bus stops and lampposts are all alive.
Well, now we know.
That was the one thing I took out of it. Other than that, not sure. It was okay.
I don't think I can look at those objects in the same way.
No.
I'd have to give them more respect.
You should. Everyone should respect their lampposts. This next one, I don't know if I'm kind of interested in. Paladins is now free to play on PS4 and Xbox One. Did you play Paladins yet?
Nope.
When I finished building my my current PC, I was looking for kind of games to play on it. Certainly like free games. So I played a lot of Evolve and Paladins.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed Paladins. It was it was kind of like King of the Hills style. So the two teams start off on opposite sides of the maps. You rush off to the center to kind of like capture a point, and it's like if you stay in the point, it slowly creeps up, and once you've kind of maxed it out, then that point locks, and then one closer to the enemy's base opens, and you all have to fight over that. And I guess there's a time limit or something on it.
All I've heard is it's pretty much the same as Overwatch.
Oh, I've not played Overwatch at all, so I've got no idea. But it's very colourful. The characters are quite iconic. It's fairly interesting. I enjoyed it. I will probably download it. I don't know if I'll play it. Did I tell you about that? I don't know if I said it on here. I downloaded a free RPG MMO on PS4 called, I don't even remember what it's called, and finally got round. This is how much of an impact it had. I finally got round to playing it, and it was done quite interestingly in that it wasn't like a whole open world. You were in like a hub area, and you sort of open a map and you go into like a set little area with you and however many people are in your party, and then you do like one quest in that area, and then you go back to the hub and you can spend your money and earn points and go on to the next area. But because it was free to play, it was super like kind of pay to winny. So you were constantly told, you've got 500 XP. If you paid money, you'd get 1,000, and all these sorts of things. So at the end of the couple of levels that I've done, it said you've earned like 10,000 XP. If you give us this much money, we'll double it, and you'll also double money again. It was quite interesting, but I don't want to be forced into paying for a free game. So promptly just uninstalled it. And got on with my day.
Yeah, you have not sold that game to me whatsoever.
No, it's
this mystery game.
Yeah, it was. No, I wouldn't waste the time downloading it, to be honest. I'm not saying it was a bad game. Some people can quite easily just ignore these sorts of things. For free, the price is right, so you can't really complain. It's just kind of not what I was looking for.
Right,
I guess.
So that does not get to nothing to play. Recommendation.
I didn't realise we were recommending games.
We can do.
God, what game? What game are we going to be on the recommended list? Horizons. That's going to be on the recommended list. Maybe we should have a recommended list. Maybe we should put a recommended list on the website, and then we can keep going back to it and saying, is it still recommended? I don't know. Maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we'll do one podcast dedicated to our recommendations from the past year. Maybe it could be like a year in review or something.
I'm never going to remember what games I played.
Well, this is why you need to take notes.
Yeah. And this is why the website is a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not particularly recommended, I don't think.
But Paladins. Woo, it's free.
Paladins was really entertaining, and it wasn't one of these. It was kind of there's no real XP gains in it. You don't go up levels. You don't unlock anything. You can get like, what's the word for it? Cosmetic things. So you can like different skins and like different coloured weapons and things. I don't know if you've got different weapons per character, but really, it was just, if you want to look different, then you can spend money on it, or you earn money playing games. But if not, it's very possible to just play it and never spend any money on it, and it still be a lot of fun. So we should play it. Oh, did you play that Drawn to Life game that was free?
I haven't played it. Yeah, I mean, I played it at E3 a couple of years ago and really enjoyed it, but I haven't played it since.
Oh, I don't know if I would even recommend loading it. I thought, I'm gonna play this game. I got it for free. I should at least give it a go. So I jumped in. It said, "Would you like to play the tutorial?" I'm like, absolutely not. Of course, I don't want to play the tutorial. I just want to shoot someone. And then it sort of says, "Okay, don't play the tutorial, but I'm going to tell you everything it says in the tutorial, just in text box form." So after about 5 minutes of text boxes, it says, right, now you can go and find someone to fight. So I jumped into a game. It's 2v2. One guy on the opposite team instantly left. And then it said, the other team only has one person, so they're twice as powerful as normal. So they would kind of take...
That's a really interesting way of handling that.
It kind of is.
I like that. That's good.
It's really kind of... It just overpowers the other guy, because he was doing sort of 40 damage per shot to me and my friend. I say my friend, it's just someone I didn't know, so the guy on my team. Whereas we were doing sort of 20 damage to him, but the maps were so big that only one of us at a time could see him. So it was kind of like 2 against 1 in his favour all the time. And I don't think I killed.
Were you on chat together?
No.
But well, you see, if you're on chat, you'd be able to coordinate and actually track him down. So
maybe, but I mean, just the whole thing. it felt like you were just shooting him forever and nothing was happening, and it just really wasn't fun. And I was like, right, I'm determined to finish it. I will finish this game. The games last about 5 minutes each.
Yeah.
And after about 4 minutes, I was like, I can't do it. So I ended up just kind of turning the whole console off and doing something else. It was yeah,
that's
was
interesting. And it was 2v2. That was it. There was no
just 2v. There's
no
bots. There's no other game modes. It's just 2v2.
When I played it, I swear there was like 8 different characters playing on there.
Maybe there was. Maybe there's kind of different game modes or something. I couldn't find them. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. So.
Well, I've downloaded it. I intend to give it a go at some point.
You should definitely.
Because I think the art style on it is really good.
Art style is really clever.
I love how it just draws you in as you fall down into the arena. It's really cool.
That's pretty interesting. But I think the art style kind of hinders it as well, because it's kind of difficult to see what's going on, and obviously it's not colourful and a bit dull.
It might be one of those acquired taste type games.
Maybe it is. I imagine there's probably going to be quite a small community that plays it religiously, but I won't be one.
Fair enough.
Christ. So
okay, we just absolutely blitzed through the news subjects today.
Yeah. So very quickly onto our main topic, which is, I guess, going to be one that we can talk about a lot, but so I'm just picking something up off the floor, and I managed to hit my mic with my headphones, so that'll be what that big noise just was. So it'll be a topic that we could probably talk about forever. I don't know if people are... Well, I guess gamers kind of are interested. It's retro games. So what do we collect? Where do we get them? How much do you spend? All these sorts of things. I think I kind of guess that like everyone I know that plays games kind of also has a retro games collection of sorts. I don't know if it's just I like games now, I want to see what games were like before, or whether it was just like I've always been a gamer and I want to play the games I played as a kid. I imagine it's more the second one than someone who just come into like modern gaming and thought, I wonder what a Master System looks like.
I don't know. Younger folks.
Younger folks, Jesus.
I sound like an old man, don't I?
Well, yeah.
The younger generation, they
the
still,
whippersnappers.
Yeah, they're still interested in looking back at older games. Maybe not all of them are particular interests, but I'm sure some are.
I know.
Just before you go, I mean, like at work, I have people that about 10 years younger than me that are working there, and they'll come up and ask me about older games and stuff. I mean, there is an interest there.
That's so cute. Just old man Kingy sat regaling the youngsters with stories.
Basically, what I do is I get us all to sit around and I tell a story about the classic games.
Sit on the floor in a semicircle. I ever tell you about the time I couldn't figure out if it was a 0 or an O?
Oh, the codes on how to get in to play the bloody game at the start. Oh, and you have no idea about what it was like when you put a cassette in and you had to wait for 20 minutes to load the bloody title screen.
And then for it to fail, and then you have to do it again.
Yeah. You people don't know you're born.
Oh, God. But that's exactly how it was like.
Yeah.
No, the few kids that I know, I say kids, they're kind of about like 8 to 10. They're all like my friends' kids. They're not just children that I've befriended. Let me just get that out of the way. So the few people that I know that are not my age, have all got sort of Xboxes or PlayStations, and the earliest games they can kind of relate to are PS1.
Which was a really fucking good time to get into gaming as well.
Yeah, like anything before that, I think they've kind of struggled. But like PS1 was kind of the dawn of the 3D. PS1 era was like the dawn of the 3D games.
I mean, like, PS1 and N64 had so many amazing games. I mean, that was
N64 not so much.
well, no, but it didn't have as many great, but it had some bloody fantastic games. You know, they were like exceptional games. Like Mario 64 and GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie.
Perfect Dark, definitely GoldenEye. Perfect Dark is one of those games that people still kind of go on about.
Yeah.
And I played the single player. Did I play the single? I didn't play the single player because you needed the expansion pack.
You could play. I think you could play a couple of levels. Like I think you could play the first level without the add-on pack, something like that. But yeah, you needed the add-on pack to play the actual game.
But multiplayer, you didn't need the add-on pack for.
No, you didn't know.
So I think I played most of it, like on an emulator or something. But I quite enjoyed it.
Well, I do think graphically it was pushing the system a lot more, and it needed that extra memory.
Yeah, I thought it was I still think it was a good game. But yeah, so well, I suppose anyone that's read the website, those 3 people that have read the website know what we collect.
Yeah.
So you're what are you buying? What are you buying and collecting?
I've actually just been slimming down my collection and just so I can focus on certain ones because space, time, money, that kind of thing. My main collection is the PlayStation 1. I'm trying to go for a full collection,
which is rough enough.
Yeah. Well, I have 523 games now, and I think it works out to be about 1,700 in all for a PAL collection.
Christ.
So I'm also trying to get all the platinum ones as well.
Are you going for all the variants?
No, I just want one of the game, but I am getting the platinum version of games as well. I want a full collection of that.
Right.
I would love a full N64 collection, but
that seems unlikely.
Especially getting them boxed, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a ball ache. I mean, cart-wise, you could probably get them all in carts, but I prefer to have the boxes. But you know, I'll probably try and get as many of them as I can because the N64 has great memories for me. I also have SNES, NES, Mega Drive, and Master System that I pick up, but I don't know if I'm going to go for full collections of them. I just kind of pick them up as I find them. And then I've also just started buying PS2 games as well. I'm not going to go for a full collection of that, but I do. There is quite a few games that are magnificent on that, but that I should own. And also, I like picking up some of the ones that have just got interesting covers. I was just like, this might be interesting, or this is just an odd one I didn't even know existed. At some point I might play it.
Yeah, I mean with PS2 games, I'll pick them up every now and then. I mean I'd love to go for like all of the RPGs, which is going to be next to impossible because they are sort of fairly not really rare, but still command quite a high price.
Yeah, those JRPG ones can go for a lot of money.
Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 copies of like Final Fantasy. I think I've got 3 copies of 10 and 10-2, several copies of 12. I don't know if I have 11. I think I have no. I've got 11 on the Xbox. But yeah, just loads and loads and loads of copies of them. But yeah, I'll like you say, I'll pick up some that I quite like the look of. So I've got a couple of Monster Hunters. What else have I got? I bought Gadget Racers the other day because I was like, I'm sure this is rare, but it's very rare on the GameCube, not so much on the PS2. And then just a couple of other. I say a couple of other. There's got to be at least 50 games kind of stacked up. Like platformers, things like platformers. I've really, really enjoyed my like 3D platformers. So I've got quite a few of them.
Well, the N64 is full of those kind of games.
The N64 was full of those kind of things.
Well, the thing is, it handled. Well, it did. It handled 3D actual 3D space better than the PlayStation. I think visually, because the PlayStation, well, obviously, it wasn't as powerful, but it was a lot more pixelated. So I always found full on 3D games, especially platforming games, quite hard to navigate through on PlayStation. I mean, they were doable, but I found them easier on the N64.
The issue with the N64 though was like purely storage spaces, so
yeah,
like assets were really compressed down and sound wasn't great. So like textures looked really muddy. Like I recently bought I recently bought an N64. You were there. I bought that N64 from a car boot sale, complete like controller, power pack, leads, everything, and Killer Instinct Gold for the grand sum of £5 English.
I know. That was funny because we both saw it and you went, "Ooh."
Yeah.
He picked it up and I was like, "If you're not buying that, I'm buying that."
Of course you would. But no, it all works. It's fine. And I thought, I know, I'll give it a go. So I thought I'd test it out, and I played Killer Instinct Gold for a bit, and the textures are awful. The picture quality's bad.
Are you using this on a HD TV?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, the N64 does not look good on. It's much better on CRT.
Yes, it does. But it's just so much more convenient to have a
definitely
an HD TV.
Yeah.
Like
the thing is,
home.
If you emulate the games, they look a lot nicer.
Well, you can get kits to give them an HDMI output, and that makes them look fantastic. But the kits are very hard to get hold of and are incredibly difficult to install.
Yeah.
So I mean the PAL consoles were like the PAL consoles only output through RF, but the European consoles had RGB, so the European consoles can look a hell of a lot better. But then you've got to, I think the best ones to get are like the early French models, and they command a high price now.
You see, I'm waiting for Hyperkin to do a Retron N64 and PlayStation console, so you can upscale them through HDMI and whatnot. I'll be all over them if they do that.
I'd love like an all-in-one kind of disc console, so something that looks like a multi-mega but can play Xbox, PS1, PS2, like Mega CD, Jaguar CD, just any CD console you can imagine. It'll just stick a CD in there and it'll play it. I think that'd be great.
I think you'll find that's the PC.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah. But that's the same as saying if you want high definition Xbox, high definition N64 PC.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, you can do it now, but like if you want it underneath your TV in a nice little box or something, yeah, that'd be nice.
But yeah, it's for the stuff I've got a collection of Japanese RPGs for the Super Famicom, which is great because I don't speak Japanese or read Japanese. So,
see, this is why you need a Retron, so you can download the English fan-made subtitles for it and pop it on an SD card, so you can actually play it from the cart with those.
That's the cheating way of doing it. The real fan way is to learn Japanese.
Okay,
which is not going to happen.
I'll let you do that in for like 2 years then.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got a couple of Master System games, a couple of Mega Drive games, a couple of NES games, just like a handful of lots of things. I mean, recently I've sort of collected a lot of games for a lot of systems over time, but then, you do kind of run out of space and think, well, surely someone else is better storing these than me. And I mean, the prices of retro games has gone up ridiculously, even in just the past couple of years. So I think we've probably kind of hit a bit of a plateau. I don't think Like, there are some games that will probably still keep going up, like Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's probably going to keep, like, stay at a high price.
Yeah, there'll be a few, but I think eventually
big
they'll
box
start.
Metroid. Yeah, I think most things now have kind of reached their limit. Like, a lot of the common games, even for, like, old consoles, like boxed and complete Sonic on the Master System and Mega Drive, you're only looking at the best part of about £5. So I don't envision that going up in price. Like, obviously the very popular game, your Legends of Zeldas, the like Metroids, even Zelda seems to have kind of hit a bit of a plateau at the minute. So I kind of don't think they're going to get any more expensive. They I'm not sure they'll go down anytime soon.
No, probably not.
But yeah, so I mean, I kind of feel like they're as expensive now as they're ever going to be. So I've shifted a whole load of stuff. I recently did just sell a Master System and 14 games to a guy, and I went to send him an invoice, and eBay wouldn't let me, and that's because the guy lives in Australia. So I did say to him, I didn't realise you were in Australia. I'd agreed to like do him a deal on postage before I realised he lived in Australia. And now, of course, the global shipping program's charging him a fortune just to get it to him. And he was just like, well, is there any chance you can sell it to me without the postage? And I was like, well, no, because you pay eBay the postage, you don't pay me anything, and I've still got to post it to eBay.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you either pay it or you don't. I was fair enough. I gave him the choice to back out. I said, if you don't want to pay it, that's fair. Just cancel the auction. I will gladly let you cancel it from my side. I'm not going to kick up a fuss about it. But he's not got back to me yet, so who knows? But my I guess my main collection's my Xbox, which was like out of the Xbox and PS2 era. I didn't have a PS2 until a PS2 Slim came out. So my Xbox was the console that generation. So it's the one that kind of holds the most interest for me.
Yeah.
And I've got the best part of, I think it's about 460 games now.
Isn't it like 800 games for it?
There's about 770 odd.
Okay, so you're not far from doing it.
Well, I sort of feel like I'm not far away, but then I kind of look at the list. I'm like, Jesus, there's so many to go.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got the big one, the Steel Battalion.
Yeah, so I've got Steel Battalion. I've got the Steel Battalion Line of Fire controller, which is the one with the blue buttons. If I wanted to be a true completionist, I'd get the other one with green buttons. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I think you should.
Everything
says that you should.
Yeah, if I ever find it, it's Line of Contact, not Line of Fire. So if I ever find one, I will buy it, but I'm not going to go out of my way and look for it.
Yeah.
But then I guess sort of even just the other games, they're fairly cheap kind of games. I could pick up a couple every month and be done eventually. So what I might do is, when I get paid, just kind of spend £10 getting like 10 games.
Yeah.
So
where do you usually buy stuff from then?
I tend to go to I'm not going to say the name of the company because I don't particularly like them, but they are one of these, we buy your shit and sell it at 3 times the price. Actually, it's not even 3 times, more like 10 times the price. And they're okay. I mean, the prices are right. On eBay, you're sort of looking at kind of 99p for a rubbish sports game that they'll sell you for 25. Even kind of like charity shops and boot sales, they were like, oh yeah, £1's the cheapest you'll get them for.
Yeah.
So this place sells them incredibly cheap. It's I tend to buy them all online because the shops around here don't tend to stock the Xbox games. So it's a real gamble. Sometimes you will get, the worst I've ever had is a black DVD case with a photocopied game sleeve with just the disc inside.
Ugh.
And they were like quite a high price. That was like Spyro and something else. It was about like £8 on 2 games that were just disc only. But you go on the website, you print out a returns label, you stick it in the Jiffy bag that they sent the games in, and they just credit you. They give you PayPal credit. So, I mean, it's really convenient. You could buy. I know there's people out there that will buy like 2 copies of every game, and then if one's got a book and the other one hasn't, they'll just send one back, or they'll keep the best sleeve and the best book and the best disc and send the other one back. So yeah, I mean, but I guess that's the cheapest way of doing it. Not particularly. They also sell PS1 games now, so although there's very varying results on those. Some people have said, "Oh yeah, I got them; they were all mint condition." One bloke said he bought 4. All of the cases were smashed, just absolutely to smithereens, because the cases were not well designed for the PS1.
No, they weren't.
They were really fragile.
Same with the Dreamcast; they were shit as well.
Oh, the hinges on Dreamcast boxes—they give you nightmares.
And the bloody Saturn ones as well. The fucking
Saturn
cardboard
ones were god awful.
Horrendous.
I think I'm not even going to say the best ones were the GameCube, because the spindle that held the disc in place, they would snap out really easily. So if you had to ship them, you had to put a piece of cardboard in the middle of them. The Japanese GameCube boxes, though, were spectacular. They were these tiny little DVD cases,
they were so
just
cute.
big enough, and had a cardboard sleeve over them. They should so have done that for the UK. But no, they had to insist on giving us DVD-sized cases. So yeah, I guess that's it's kind of depressed me a little bit. I liked them.
I tend to I'll buy some stuff off eBay. I'll go to charity shops and I will pick up stuff off the car boots, and then if I know anybody's selling stuff, or sometimes people give me stuff as well.
I think eBay's more eBay's there for like the more expensive games. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you've also got the added postage cost as well.
Yeah, I mean the thing for eBay is at least you can see what you're getting. So you have to take photos of it. If there's no photos, then just don't buy it. If there's any problems, then eBay and PayPal have got your back. So that's, I guess, kind of the best way. I've been I will go to eBay for like bundles, but I've not bought a game on eBay in a long time.
Christmas time was the last time I bought some stuff off eBay, game wise.
Yeah, I find like the new like Facebook Marketplace is really good, because there's loads of people selling things on Facebook, and you can generally see photos and like pop round and have a look at it and pay in cash and all these sorts of things.
I've done a bit of that a couple of times, but I don't really spend a lot of time. The thing is, with that, you have to be like really quick and on it.
Yeah, for the very rare stuff, it doesn't last very long. I mean, today I saw it was a pink Game Boy Advance with like 2 or 3 games, and she only wanted £5 for it, which is really reasonable. And it had been online for 12 hours, and it had like 600 views, and I was just sort of like, this is not going to still be there. And I sent her a message, just said, have you still got this? And she sent me one straight back saying, yes, I do. But when I looked at her postcode, she was about 30 miles away.
Oh, Jesus.
A 60-mile round trip is just not worth it for a Game Boy Advance. It wasn't an SP. So I just sort of thought, I said thanks, but it's just too far away, and that was it really. So I guess the days of finding, like, it used to be you'd go to like a car boot sale or a charity shop and everyone was trying to give away like SNES games for £1. bought so many SNES games, like boxed complete for next to nothing.
I miss those days. I wish I could go back in time and do that.
Yeah,
Like so,
wouldn't
going
you?
through the carvers like 20 years ago, and just like you're saying, they're like £1, 50p.
Just because
Why
people
didn't I
couldn't give
pick them
away.
up?
But then, who was to know, really?
To be honest, back then I wasn't really collecting games. I was just more interested in getting the new ones.
I guess nowadays, like the thing is, it's kind of different. Like kids will just be like, "Oh, I only want the new Call of Duty. I'm not bothered about Call of Duty, the big red one on the Xbox." But I guess there will come a time when sort of the kids who are sort of 12, 13 now, in about 10, 15, 20 years time will just be like, "Oh, I wish I kept all my 360 games," and we'll be the ones laughing then.
Yeah, probably. Spending wise, how much do you like to pay for stuff? I mean, obviously as cheap as possible, but
yeah, as little as possible generally. I mean, I kind of think £1 a game for the really common games is kind of passable.
yeah,
although
50p,
I know
pound, that kind of thing for the, just the general.
your yearly sports franchise game.
Oh, even then, like 50p for the sports games, really.
Yeah, I guess if I know I can get a game for like 50p online, or pay £1 to have it now, and I can see that it's in good condition and has the manual and all these sorts of things, then I would generally kind of just pick them up.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know if you found this, but the bloody sports games, the cases are always the best.
Yeah.
Like I'll pick up them just to use for spare cases and stuff.
Yeah, I've not done that with the Xbox, because the Xbox cases tend to be quite good. I've definitely got a couple of cases that are cracked and things. What I'm planning on doing is waiting until I've kind of got all the games, or got as many games as I think I'm going to get, and then go back and kind of pick up some spares for cases and things.
Yeah.
But as for my kind of top end, the most I've ever spent on a retro game is Steel Battalion, oddly enough, and I paid £90 for
that's a good price.
Yeah. Although saying that, I paid £90 for just the controller. He told me it had the game with it, but it was just the controller. And when I went to collect it, it was just like, "Oh, the game's around here somewhere. I'll post it out to you when I find it." And after a week, I still hadn't heard anything. So I said, "Look, have you got this game or not?" "Oh no, I'm still looking. And I kind of thought I'd never hear anything back. And then I sent him another couple of messages, and he didn't get back to me. But it turns out it was on holiday. And when he came back, I was just like, "Look, I can get the game on eBay for £20. So just give me the £20, I'll get the game." So he just gave me £20. Which was really,
right, yeah.
It was very fair of him, I thought. But then I found, when I went to buy it, I found an auction for Line of Contact, which is the multiplayer second game, and the original single player game. Line of Contact was still sealed for $19.99, so I got both games for £20.
Oh, nice.
So I did quite well. But yeah, that was the most I'd ever spent. For like any other game, I don't really want to spend more than £30 for even like the really rare ones.
What do you think is your most expensive one in your games collection?
Oh Christ, I don't know. I don't think I've got anything that's. I've not got anything that's.
I mean,
like,
Battalion would definitely be one of them, I'm sure.
I've got a couple of like PS1 games, so like Hogs of War, but that's not particularly expensive. I've got a Laundra. I guess my most valuable maybe is Star Ocean: A Second Story.
Oh yeah, that goes for about 50, 60, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. And there's another one like Vagrant Story or something like that. So I guess they're my very kind of top end games.
Yeah, I have a few like that.
I guess your Castlevanias.
But yeah, my Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the most expensive one. I saw that go for 400 quid the other day.
No way.
Yeah, I know.
Someone
I was
was
like,
bidding that up.
I was like, what the hell?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, there was two. One went for 400, one went for like 380, and another one went for 250.
Oh, it'd be nice to sell it for 400 quid, wouldn't it?
I kind of wish I had a second one, then I could do it.
Yeah.
The thing is, my dad bought that game years and years ago. At the time, I was buying WWF SmackDown, the first game when it came out, and my dad was looking for a game, and he went, I'm not sure what to get, and I went, oh, there's Castlevania, they're good games, why don't you get that? And it was the special edition version, which comes with the art book and CD, and it was 20 quid. He went, oh, okay. So he bought that, and then it's just stayed in the collection, and I got it.
Yeah, and then you stole it almost straight away and
pretty much, yeah.
squirreled it away.
Yeah, and it's been in my collection ever since. So yeah, I paid 20 quid for that game, and it's worth I don't want to say it's worth 100 quid, but it's definitely worth like around the 200 quid mark.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. But is there? I guess we should probably kind of wrap it up there because we could talk about this all day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, what have you got up to this week?
I finally started Horizon Zero Dawn.
It was an amazing game.
Yeah, I'm not that far into it. I've try not to do any spoilers for anybody. Yeah, I did the initiation thing where you go in to find out who your mother is, and then all that goes to shit.
Yeah.
So I'm basically just after that. I'm not very far into it at all.
No, it's a game that's really hard to talk about without giving it all away.
Yeah, I suppose that's slightly spoiler-esque if you haven't played it yet, but that's literally the first thing that you do.
Like the very first movie is have this motherless child. I guess the whole sort of society is about like mothers. So the mothers are really like the head of the family, and without a mother, you're not really like anything.
Yeah, they're very much the driving force of the society, aren't they?
Yeah, so that's a non-spoilery look at the story, really.
Yeah, it looks absolutely incredible. I'm using it on my Pro, and I'm using it in the 1800p checkerboard 4K upscale. It looks incredible. It really does look really good.
That's cool then. I'm still not. I still haven't looked at all about upgrading my PS4. Probably, well, younger. I don't know. E3 I think will be the deciding factor.
Yeah,
because I think like the PS4, there's already a couple of companies that are lowering the price of the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
So I think they're getting ready for the Scorpion.
Scorpio. I imagine by September, October time there'll be a price cut on the Pro. That's for sure. Or at least some really good bundle deals.
I would be surprised. There's already really good bundle deals. For like 350 quid, you get like 2 games.
Yeah.
That you can quite easily sell. And they're not like garbage games either. They're games that take advantage of
a lot
4K.
of people are doing Horizon Dawn.
So Horizon Zero Dawn. What was the other one?
Infamous, I think, came with that as well. And
no, there was a different one. I can't for the life of me remember.
I don't know. But yeah, playing through that. Well, I started playing through that. I've just started. I've just finished episode 1. I've just started episode 2 of Life is Strange, which is really, really good. Really enjoying that.
Just didn't get into it.
I really enjoy it. It very much reminds me of Donnie Darko, which is a good thing because I love Donnie Darko.
Yeah, it's a bit Darko-esque, I suppose.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying that. I'm playing that at my lunch times at work at the moment. I finally finished Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect was. I don't know. The ending was a bit sort of like. I'm not saying it was a disappointment, but it was obviously like, so this is what's happening in the next game.
Yeah, after you've beaten the big boss, you go into the epilogue. You have to talk to all your crew, and then there's someone else you can talk to before you leave that area, and they say something that made me go, that would be DLC then. So yeah, if you are playing through it and you're about to complete it or just completed it, make sure you talk to someone. They're just on the right of the door before you go to your Tempest. If you talk to them, they'll mention something.
Oh, about and she plays you like an audio recording, and you don't hear anything at first.
Yeah, that's the woman. Yeah.
I don't know if that would be DLC or if that would just be like the next game.
It could possibly be the next game, but I was thinking, it's probably going to be DLC then.
Would it be interesting? I don't know. It might be.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed the game. I did have fun playing it. I think it took me about 10-15 hours before I started to actually enjoy the game properly, because I was just getting a bit. I was a bit down on it at the start because I wasn't interested in the characters, the missions for fetch quests. I was like, why is everything going to be open world now, and things like that. But once I got into it, I was really enjoying it, and I did everything, all the side missions and stuff. Yeah, it took about, I think it was 64 hours I've clocked up on it.
I started doing everything, and then in the end it just sort of got to the stage where I've just got to finish it. I've just got to finish. So in the end I kind of just sort of strolled to the end, but I got a lot out of it. I think I got about 50 hours out of it, which is more than enough. And now I bought Dragon Quest Heroes 2 and cannot find the box for Mass Effect. I don't know where it is.
What was particularly interesting is I started playing that game on my old graphics card, and now I have my new graphics card, the 1080 Ti. I just maxed everything up to ultra, and was doing 4K 60, and it looked really nice, really nice.
It looks really nice anyway, but
yeah, it does. But I was just like, this just looks incredible. I was well happy about that.
So social media links.
Twitter, which I barely ever use, is Ivan_Zar, which is ZARR. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook is Bold Bearded Gamer. We also have Nothing to Play on Facebook as well. And then there's our website, which is nothingtoplay.co.uk. And for you?
Is just Pondis Plays on Facebook and Twitter. I've completely forgotten about. Well, I say I've forgotten about Twitter. I didn't have it installed on my phone, and now I've forgotten the password. So I will. I'll get that set up eventually.
We do have a YouTube channel for Nothing to Play, but I keep forgetting to upload the podcast. Not that anyone actually watches it on there.
Yeah.
But I'll have to upload all the latest ones. I think we're about 7 episodes behind on YouTube. I keep forgetting to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so that was us, and I guess until next week. I don't know. Talk to you soon. We need to figure out a way to end these things.
We do. Oh well, I suppose we should just before we go. You might have seen it if you're looking at the Facebook page. We were trying to go live together.
Yes,
on Facebook,
we were trying
like
to do Facebook
we were
Live.
going to do. But that went terribly wrong, so we need to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, couldn't figure out how to get
both of
like
us
another person invited in, and
yeah.
it all went downhill, and the lag is bad.
Very bad, yeah.
But we'll figure it out, and we'll announce it another week and do it properly.
Yeah, that's for sure. We'll have to actually look into how to do it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I think that's it then, yeah.
So, see you next week.
Yeah, bye everyone.